Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Vinaxius and we're playing Hearthstone and Into the Pit. Let's jump in. Coming back and seeing a score of 4-0 is nice, for sure. I predict that it's going to be really difficult at this point because the 4-win mark is usually when that happens for me. We are guaranteed to be positive, which is good. I feel that the Druid deck is definitely very solid. It seems to be quite consistent as well. I was initially pretty worried about the early game. However, less so now after having 4 games being pretty solid in the beginning. Opening hands are always pretty volatile, of course, but, you know, this is an example of a volatile opening hand. I predict Flesh-Eating Ghoul to die under these circumstances because we don't have... Oh, never mind, we do have a Claw, which will be nice. We'll see what happens. We're against a Priest, which we have not yet played against before, so that's nice. Give me a friendly hello. This is going to be scary because I predict that they'll have mind control. Yeah, we'll just rip a Crocklist here. They'll have mind control, and that means big creatures that I have are going to prove to be potentially really dangerous for me. He's going to play his coin on turn 2. Oh, that's a pretty nice play. What do I do about it? Swipe would work, except it doesn't. I'm going to Claw, Hero Power,
for the wilds.
And smack him down, because I don't want the Priest getting the card draw out of the Northshire Cleric that early. He already has a card advantage. I don't think it would be advantageous for me to have a further disadvantage as well. We might play Swipe next turn, we'll see what happens. That's smart. I'm not going to be able to do a single thing about that either, so...
Is someone injured?
And they play a second one? Oh, that's pretty annoying. If I innervate right now, I can Lord of the Arena, and that'll be scary. Let's do that. I was considering, like, innervating Mark of the Wild, Flesh-Eating Ghoul. But, turn 4, absolutely he's not going to have a mind control or anything. He might have a Shadow or Death, which would suck, because then I would be in a little bit of trouble, but then that would probably make Swipe a lot more useful. Swipe might even be useful right now, we'll see. Obviously, I'd love to play the Flesh-Eating Ghoul out before anything else dies. With 5 mana, that means the only thing I can do is Mark of the Wild as well, which is a bit unfortunate. I think I will do that, though, actually. Let's do it this way. That'll make us pretty scary. And then, what we will do is we will kill one Northshire Cleric, and that makes the Flesh-Eating Ghoul able to one-shot something next turn. And then we will swing at the Priest directly with the Lord of the Arena. He's 3 turns away from being able to use mind control. And at that point, I'm going to be a little bit scared. If he decides to go for the trade here with the River Crocklist, I'm okay with that as well.
I wonder.
It's a tough decision for sure. A Holy Nova would definitely do him a lot of good right now. It would also do me a lot of harm, and that would make me kind of sad. My ideal is that he sacrifices the Harvest Golem. Oh, never mind. Here comes Holy Nova. Ouch. Ooh, and he's going to kill the Lord of the Arena first. Obviously, that's pretty scary. With both my creatures at 4 and 1 now, it is not like the best of situations for me, but certainly not the worst either. We'll take this opportunity to swing directly at him, and we will continue the offense. I'm actually going to Hero Power and be a little bit conservative here. That might end up being the wrong decision. However, we do have Swipe to deal 4 damage directly to the Priest, and he is well within kill range at this point. I predict that the River Crocolisk and Flesh-Eating Ghoul are in all likelihood going to die, though. There's the Holy Smite. And we won't be able to kill him this turn. Obviously, with the card advantage, I'm pretty scared. And if I top deck like a Treant or something, I'm actually kind of scared because 2 turns he'll have mind control, and that will suck. Let's calculate here. How much damage is this? We would have killed him if I played up the Fairy Dragon, which is unfortunate. Taunt and +2/+2, that's 6, 10. And then I don't have a mana that I need. But then he has to play a taunt, or else my hero power will finish the job. So let's do it, and we'll end our turn, and he is in dire straits. I regret not being aggressive. I totally should have been because I had this crazy advantage. Silencing is not going to do much at this point. He's definitely going to have to kill and heal himself. Yep, and that's what he does. I definitely made a misplay when I decided to be conservative. Unfortunately, it does not end up making the difference for him, which is good for me. Alright, good game. I'm sure that I make more mistakes than I let on from my analysis after the fact, because a lot of things I feel are easy for me to miss, because I am thinking in terms of my personal ideal situation, and I'm not taking a lot of time to pursue other alternatives, which is something I should do. I do feel like it would have turned around if he had a little bit more health. With his card advantage, with the high mana cost cards, I'd be playing like giant creatures, he'd have mind control. Maybe he wouldn't. I expect that he probably would. I'll keep the swipe as well as a River Crocolisk and Harvest Golem here. Swipe will potentially be a really good 4 mana drop against a rogue, because they'll play a lot of combos that usually entail summoning like an additional creature and stuff like that. Greetings.
The pleasure is mine.
Rogues also have the potential to get a lot of early game momentum going. With my experience with Rogue, I just roll over and die. So, obviously I need to learn the nuances of the class before I go into limited deck construction in something like Arena. Ending the turn off the bat is a good sign for me. I'll play out the River Crocolisk. Turn 3 Acolyte of Pain might be in the cards here, depending on what the rogue plays this turn. If it's something that I feel would not make the Acolyte of Pain efficient and useful, I will, in all likelihood, go for the Harvest Golem.
So many options.
Well, you do have a lot of cards, my friend. Hopefully she, didn't like disconnect or something, because that did happen with us earlier in the first video of this arena run, and it made me feel a little bit dirty, but oh wait, maybe that's the second video, yeah, second video. But they decide to hero power, which incentivizes the Acolyte of Pain to me, unless I don't think rogues have anything to do 3 damage right off the bat, and that will hopefully be a good thing. She might play an owl and silence it. That'd be a good decision in this situation. There's a coin, so she's going for a 4 mana drop, and it is... Oh, it's a Spellbreaker. That also works pretty well for her. What I'll do here is Twilight Drake, and I will in fact conduct this trade and try to keep the Twilight Drake on the board for as long as I can. 4/5 is a solid 4 mana drop, I guess. Obviously, Twilight Drake works a lot better when you go second. You have like 1 extra card at least, and that would make it the standard 4/6 that we've been seeing. Stormwind Knight is going to just charge at me for 2 damage. I'm okay with that. I'll swing at her for 4. I am going to... yeah, Flesh Eating Ghoul. Hero Power, swing at the rogue, and we will see what decision she decides to make. Next turn, 6 mana, I could swipe and Hero Power if she decides to play a good deal more creatures, and especially if they have low durability. I predict her to just kill the ghoul with her weapon and the Stormwind Knight. Ooh, gosh. That is a very efficient shiv. It's like a slam from a warrior, except it doesn't have that disadvantage. Oh gosh, that's pretty painful. The swipe might be worth it here. I think I'm just going to do the Torn Warrior. I'll shapeshift and I will finish off the Stormwind Knight. And we'll see what decision she decides to make. 7 mana, it could be Spellbreaker Harvest Golem or Swipe Harvest Golem. Obviously, this did not work out as I personally predicted. Interesting. Is it going to be... that's an interesting card. Alright, cool. How do I want to do this? Maybe I'm valuing swipe too much, but I am going to Spellbreaker and Harvest Golem. And of course, hopefully this will work out for the best. Obviously the Harvest Golem isn't going to do much killing. We shall see though. The Flesh Eating Ghoul won't get buffed anymore by the death of the Harvest Golem, but I can see her going for the kill on it. Maybe she'll use the Ghoul to finish off the Death Rattle creature as well. And then hopefully she'll play more minions. It's the whole reason why I'm sort of saving the swipe. The Darkscale Healer ends up being really good for her. Ooh, that's pretty scary. Let's do it like this. I am in fact going to use my swipe here, and I shall Hero Power, swing at her, and next turn we will probably do the Ironbark Protector. We dealt with 2 of the stronger creatures on the board, so it was an okay turn, obviously not the best I could have hoped for, but at this point she may very well make some big plays here. It would have been nice to have the Wolf Rider out when I went and did my thing. Fortunately, that was also not in the cards. Claw is good here though, for sure. I will use Claw on the Wolf Rider because it does most damage, and I want to keep my Ironbark Protector alive as long as possible. Looking at Assassin's Blade, I like it a lot. 5 mana for 3 damage isn't that amazing, but 4 durability is fantastic. Assassinate! Oh my gosh. That's annoying. I couldn't have really done much about that, but obviously she has turned this around by a large margin here. And I am well within the danger zone. I don't think I have a taunt or anything. Swipe might do a little bit of good here though. Let's swipe you. Okay, we have to do some quick math here. 6, 7, 8, 9. She might top deck something that will kill me. If I Hero Power, I absorb some of the damage, so I will do that. And hopefully next turn we'll be able to Wind Fury Harpy. I maybe should have just like Wind Fury Harpied so that I could get some damage against her first. Especially because her, yeah, I messed up there.
Do you like to play with fire?
Gorehound will not do a lot of good for me. I am most certainly dead.
Well played.
You know, not a lot to be done there. We'll just Starfire her, see what we get. It's Wild Growth, Hero Power, swing at her, and maybe I should have killed a minion to further my quest, but good game. I ended up losing my momentum, and she got more damage out on me before I got on her, so good game. That'll be our first loss, and it'll put us at 5-1. I think these games have been relatively quick so far, so I don't feel bad about going for a third game in this video. I'm wondering if the Wind Fury Harpy would have saved me. I don't think so. She still probably would have been able to put enough damage on the board because I had, what, 11 health? The Wind Fury Harpy on my turn would kill 2 creatures. And she'd just keep swinging in for the kill with her blade even after I did all my other stuff, so going second is obviously nice. Having Gorehound and Wind Fury Harpy right off the bat is not. And I'm pretty sure this is not the same rogue. Ooh, Nourish. I do enjoy having Nourish in my opening hand. Unfortunately, Fairy Dragon can't be targeted by spells or hero powers,
My greeting.
which is sort of sad.
The pleasure is mine.
And I think I will hold on to my coin. Alright. Good deal, I'll play out my Fairy Dragon. Next turn I could get Flesh-Eating Ghoul out and maybe trade the Fairy Dragon for something and give it +2. I would also have my Mark of the Wild on the field, which is fantastic. Ooh, that's pretty scary. Bloodsail Raider is a very strong card with classes that have, you know, damage on them. Oh, this is unfortunate that the Flesh Reaper Ghoul's going to, There's no better point in time for him, though. Yeah, let's play him out and see what the rogue decides to do. Oh, you know what I could have done is Coin and Claw. That probably would have been a smart idea, because now the Leopard Gnome's going to do 2 damage to the Flesh-Eating Ghoul and leave him at 1 health. Oh no, I am slipping a little bit here. If she trades some damage on herself, then I guess it's alright. It could certainly be worse. Okay, so basically we have reset this here. I will start with Harvest Golem, end my turn. Turn 5, we will Torn Warrior and Mark of the Wild, the Harvest Golem in all likelihood, depending of course on what we end up drawing, or if she like spams out a bunch of creatures like I expect rogues to, which isn't what actually happens.
I wonder.
Obviously, I should have used my coin earlier. That's gonna be bugging me for quite a bit, but hopefully that is not what ends up losing us the match here. And she's just gonna swing it open for me, which makes sense. It's never been a better time for Twilight Drake, I think. Absolutely. And we will actually also coin here. Give this baby +2/+2 and taunt. And that'll keep the Silvermoon Guardian off my Twilight Drake's back for a bit. Which will work in our favor, I think. Crap.
Glory to the Sindorai.
Oh, no. That's not so good, is it? Okay, here's what we'll do. We have a Spellbreaker.
Shall not save you.
And that works in our favor. We won't claw, but I will swing at her. I do have more damage on the board, and so I think this is a viable decision here, especially with having Swipe and Claw still in my hand. I'll have a lot of answers to whatever else she decides to do on this turn.
Truth is my shield.
Okay, maybe I'll have a lot of answers, but I'll have some answers. Unfortunately, Swipe does not do the proper amount of damage here. Ironbeak Owl will change things much for the better, however. So that's good. He's also silenced now, eh? That'll leave me with 1 mana. No, let's go like this. We'll use Claw, and we will kill the Blood Knight with that Claw instead. Obviously, I'm sort of in the danger zone with 19 health, but she is more so. We've had the upper hand for the most part in this game. And playing a Torn Warrior next turn will mitigate a lot of damage as well. I'll probably still trade the Ironbeak Owl for the Sunwalker, of course. That would be a favorable trade. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. And she decides to vanish everything, which is really good for her. The Sunwalker is going to be back at full strength. 5 mana puts me down to 3. I can still play one of these cards, so we will nourish and we'll draw 3 cards. Marks of the Wild are fantastic, River Croclist is good, and of course I would love to have Starfire. And I'll play Harvest Golem because I'm going to predict a Sunwalker next turn. We'll see. If this card, gets out of the middle of the field, it will in fact be the Sunwalker. And after the Harvest Golem, I will Starfire, and with 9 mana, I'll probably play a Torn Warrior after that as well.
They'll never know what hit them.
It's the Nightblade first, which also changes things. Ooh, Cult Master is also annoying. Can I get her killed this turn? Let's think. Starfire does 5. It gets me close enough, so I'm going to do it. And she is in not such a good place at this point. I can finish her off with a Hero Power next turn if she doesn't play a taunt. If she does, I will play taunts of my own in response in order to keep myself away from the danger zone. Yeah. Well, of course. Let's see. Having 2 4/5s sitting against each other is annoying. And I think she's going to go for the kill on it, too. At this point, I am pretty comfortable with a Twilight Drake and a Mark of the Wild, I think. I feel that it would be our best option here out of all the opportunities available, and then we'll have 4 mana left to, Torn Warrior?
I wonder.
Something along those lines. She has 4 mana left right now as well, which, actually we might Twilight Drake, Lord of the Arena is also tempting, right?
The light protects me.
Gosh. Head cracks are always really good at this point in the game as well. Gosh, I have so many options available. Let's go with Lord of the Arena here. And then we will also Twilight Drake. And then we will smack that. Get rid of the Divine Shield on it. And we'll see what she decides to do. I just need this bloody Sunwalker killed. I'm gonna have a lot of taunts on my side of the field as well, of course, so... Something to keep in mind, however, is a head crack, which puts me on more of a timer than I would initially be comfortable with. She does have a pretty well-constructed deck, though, I must admit. Okay. She must have, like, another taunt or something to clear the board, because...
Mistakes were made.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
There might have been a misplay somewhere in this, we'll see. If you can't deal with the Twilight Drake, absolutely, I don't think she would have decided to make that trade there.
I'll put it on your tab.
Okay. She's working up to something, I'm sure. Alright, 5 mana left. You've got to play a taunt, Missy. Oh, looks like we end up with the victory here. Nice. Good game. That was the point where the one mistake I made did not end up dooming me to defeat. And we are now 6-1. We are very close to hitting our 7 wins, which is our current landmark and highest score. I'm excited to see whether this will take us up to that point, maybe even further, or if we crash and burn in the next video with 2 losses and drop out, which will be disappointing, but it was definitely one of my best runs in recent history, for sure. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your support and for taking the time to join me on this adventure. Have a great day.